Line-by-line explanation of Sonnet 71, No Longer Mourn for Me When I Am Dead by William Shakespeare.
Line 1. No longer mourn for me when I am dead. In this opening line, the speaker makes a direct request to the beloved, urging them not to grieve once he has passed away. The speaker is preparing for death and, rather than focusing on his own sadness, he shows selflessness by asking the beloved to let go of their sorrow. There is a tone of acceptance here, as the speaker acknowledges death as an inevitable part of life. His priority is to spare the beloved any pain or prolonged mourning. Line 2. Then you shall hear the surly sullen bell. Here, the speaker imagines the tolling of the funeral bell, a traditional sound associated with death. Words like surly and sullen suggest that the bell itself reflects the mood of grief and heaviness that death brings. The bell's sound is grim and melancholic, symbolizing the formality of death as it announces to the world the departure of a life. Line 3. Give warning to the world that I am fled. The bell is described as giving notice to the world that the speaker has fled, a word that suggests an escape from life. This conveys a sense of death as both a departure from earthly existence and a release from the trials of life. The speaker sees death as a final exit, and the bell acts as a formal announcement of this departure to society. Line 4. From this vile world with vilest worms to dwell. The speaker expresses a negative view of the world, calling it vile and associating death with living among worms. The worms represent the inevitable physical decay that comes with death, as bodies return to the earth. This line reflects the speaker's disillusionment with life, as he seems to find comfort in the idea of leaving behind what he considers a corrupt world. Line 5. Nay, if you read this line, remember not. The speaker shifts the focus directly to the beloved again, asking that even if they read this poem in the future, they should not remember him. This is a plea for the beloved to forget the speaker altogether, suggesting that the speaker's love is so deep that he wishes to protect the beloved from the pain of remembering him. He prefers to be erased from memory if it means sparing the beloved from grief. Line 6. The hand that writ it, for I love you so. In this line, the speaker continues the theme of selflessness. He does not want the beloved to remember the writer of these lines, himself, showing how much he values the beloved's emotional well-being. The act of writing this poem becomes secondary to the feelings of the beloved. The speaker's love is so strong that he prioritizes the beloved's comfort over any desire for immortality through words. Line 7. That I in your sweet thoughts would be forgot. Here, the speaker expresses his hope that he will be forgotten in the beloved's thoughts. His wish is that the beloved's mind remains filled with sweetness, undisturbed by memories of him that might bring sadness. The speaker's love is so pure that he would rather be absent from the beloved's thoughts than cause them sorrow. Line 8. If thinking on me then should make you woe. The speaker reiterates his earlier plea, making it clear that if remembering him causes any grief or sadness, it would be better for the beloved to let go of those memories. He wishes to protect the beloved from emotional pain, emphasizing once again his selfless love. The speaker doesn't want his memory to be a source of suffering after he is gone. Line 9. Oh, if, I say, you look upon this verse. The speaker addresses the future, considering the possibility that the beloved might read this poem after his death. There's a sense of inevitability in this line, as the speaker acknowledges the lasting presence of his words even after his physical death. The poem itself becomes a kind of legacy, a reminder of the speaker's thoughts and emotions. Line 10. When I, perhaps, compounded am with clay. This line uses imagery of the speaker's body returning to the earth after death, becoming compounded with clay. The phrase suggests the speaker will be buried and physically become part of the soil, a metaphor for the natural cycle of life and death. The speaker is resigned to his fate and accepts the eventual decay of his body. Line 11. Do not so much as my poor name rehearse. The speaker again asks the beloved not to mention his name after he is gone. He doesn't want to be memorialized or remembered with sorrow. His use of poor name reflects his humility and his desire to fade quietly from the beloved's life without causing them distress. The speaker's identity becomes less important than the beloved's emotional peace. Line 12. But let your love even with my life decay. The speaker asks for the beloved's love for him to die along with his own life. This is a powerful expression of the speaker's wish that love and grief should not last beyond death. He does not want the beloved to continue to feel emotional attachment or pain after he has passed away. The speaker suggests that love itself should have a natural end when life does. Line 13. Lest the wise world should look into your moan. The speaker introduces the idea of the world observing the beloved's mourning. He worries that the wise world, which is often judgmental, may scrutinize the beloved's grief. This reveals the speaker's concern for the beloved's vulnerability in a world that can be cruel or mocking when it comes to emotional displays. Line 14. And mock you with me after I am gone. In the final line, the speaker fears that both he and the beloved will be ridiculed after his death. He worries that the world might make light of their love and the beloved's mourning. This concern leads him to ask that the beloved's love die with him, to prevent them from being mocked or judged for their grief. The speaker's protective nature is evident, as he seeks to shield the beloved from potential harm even after death. Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.